Hello everybody and welcome back to the Disney Parks Now. Yesterday was Destination D23, so let's talk about what was announced and what's coming to the Disney theme parks. A lot was announced yesterday, so let's jump right into it, starting with Figment in the Imagination Pavilion. You can now, as of today, meet Figment in the Imagination Pavilion. He's right outside of kind of the ImageWorks area. He's where Wreck-It Ralph used to be. You used to be able to meet Wreck-It Ralph, so he's in there. And he's not signing autographs currently, but he will give you an autograph card. And the background for the meet and greet has the Dreammobile, which is from the original Journey into Imagination attraction, which is really exciting. I can't wait to meet Figment myself. I'm really excited. Definitely going to go check that out. Also in Epcot, get ready. There's a lot of Epcot announcements. Journey of Water will open October 16th. We already know a lot about the attraction because there's been previews going on. And Journey of Water, what I personally like about it is it goes back to kind of the Epcot edutainment roots, because there's all sorts of interactive water fountains and stuff, and it talks a lot about the water cycle and like how water affects people. So it really, I like it personally. Also, you'll be able to meet Moana outside the attraction starting the same day. Also in Epcot news, Test Track, sponsored by Chevrolet, will be getting an update and reimagining to make it more like the original World of Motion attraction. It's going to be inspired by World of Motion. And what's exciting about this is World of Motion and Test Track, that pavilion has always been sponsored by Chevrolet. I'm not sure if it's really exciting, but it's really interesting. Disney, they don't really update those pavilions much often, but the original concept for Epcot was for all the pavilions to be sponsored by a company that kind of matches that pavilion. So Kodak sponsored Imagination, Kraft and Nestle once sponsored the Land Pavilion. They've all kind of gone through sponsorships, but the Transportation Pavilion, so World of Motion, Test Track, has always been sponsored by General Motors, which owns Chevrolet. So they're going to be renovating it to be like World of Motion, which personally, I don't love Test Track 2.0. I think it's a fun ride, but I feel like it's a little too, like, sleek and modern. It's not like I just don't think it's very interesting. I'm excited to see how this turns out. So this will be Test Track 3.0 because it has been updated once. So I'm excited for this. Also at Epcot, Luminous will replace Epcot Forever. It will start December 5th, and it will include fountains and fireworks. Luckily, no Harmonious barges, and it will also include probably Disney music. I don't know how I feel about this one. I kind of liked Harmonious. I didn't love the barges. I liked the soundtrack. I know it was Disney music. I thought it was okay. Illuminations was something else. Illuminations was amazing. And then Epcot Forever was good. I'm just gonna see how this one turns out. I mean, not much information was given yet. We have been seeing some construction around World Showcase Lagoon to prepare for this. So, let's just see. Also in Epcot, World Celebration, including Dreamer's Point with the Walt Disney statue, will open this December, and Disney 100 celebrations will also start later this month on September 22nd. And on the same day that the celebration starts, this is really exciting. Soarin' Over California will temporarily return in Epcot. We've seen something like this at Disney's California Adventure, where they'll kind of change it during their Food and Wine Festival. We have not seen this happen at Epcot yet. Really excited for this. I think, this is just my personal opinion, I think that Soarin' Over California should be in California Adventure, and Soarin' Around the World might be okay in Epcot. I don't hate Soarin' Around the World. I don't love it. I love Soarin' Over California. I like the clouds in Soarin' Around the World, but this is exciting because this is like the more beloved version of the attraction. And I'm excited to see this. And yeah, this is really exciting. There was no end date given though, so we don't know how long it's going to be. Yes. It was announced that there will be new Star Tours adventures, including Ashoka. Don't know much about Star Wars, but this is exciting, so I'm excited to see what the new adventures are. In Magic Kingdom, the Hatbox Ghost will appear late November in the Haunted Mansion. Really exciting to see the Hatbox Ghost. In other Magic Kingdom news, the Country Bear Jamboree will be updated with new songs with an ambitious opening date of 2024. There will be new animatronics and new songs. Now, there's been some controversy. I saw someone else reacting to this. There's going to be new animatronics, because animatronics are like hydraulic in that attraction. So it means they have like this hydraulic, they're much harder to operate and maintain, but they will be a lot easier to maintain once they update them. So I'm glad that Disney's putting in a little bit more love and TLC into this attraction. So we'll see how that turns out. And there are also plans for a Pirates of the Caribbean tavern in Magic Kingdom, featuring the return of the iconic animatronic bird, Peg-Leg Pete. This is exciting. I love themed dining. We've seen more of it in Toy Story Land with Roundup Rodeo Barbecue. There's all sorts of it, and I'm excited for this. Also, in Magic Kingdom, there's been more vague talk about Beyond Big Thunder Mountain, on what could be going there. It's been a lot of blue sky stuff. Still is. Don't know what's going to happen. And Disney Imagineering, the creative officer of Disney Imagineering, says it's going to be similar to the expansions of Disneyland and Disney's Animal Kingdom, with the biggest park ever. Similar to how they expanded with Galaxy's Edge and Pandora. Don't know what's going to happen. If y'all want, I can do a separate video on what could possibly happen, the possibility of it happening, and what's going to happen. So, like this video if you want to see something like that. And in Animal Kingdom, in Disney's Animal Kingdom, there will be a new 3D Zootopia attraction, replacing It's Tough to Be a Bug in the Tree of Life. It's still in its, like, creative stage. I personally don't think that Zootopia should go in Animal Kingdom. Joe Rohde kind of talked about this several times, because, you know, Joe Rohde, he did all of Animal Kingdom when they were building it, and Pandora. Animal Kingdom is about animals that are wild, mythical, and extinct. So, like, the wild would be, like, the safari, and mythical would be, like, Pandora, World of Avatar. And it's still about conservation in nature. And, you know, extinct is Dinoland USA. So, Zootopia, it's about animals, but the animals are living a human life. Because the animals wear clothes, the animals work jobs, the animals live in apartment buildings. They aren't wild animals. But I feel like this could be better than what we were seeing before, where it was going to be a whole Zootopia land. They are doing some Zootopia stuff at the international parks, so they sometimes like to test the waters there before they bring it over, kind of like what they did with Tron. But we're just going to have to see how this goes. Also in Animal Kingdom, there was a new Blue Sky project to reimagine Dinoland USA with a Tropical Americas area with Indiana Jones and Encanto. Last year, they showed very similar concept art that was a little bit less detailed for Zootopia and Moana for the same area. None of these stories are solely about animals. Someone else was talking about this, and it was like, Pandora, it's about conservation. Because, you know, there's the RDA, and they're cutting down all the trees. This, I don't know if Encanto is about animals. We're just going to see how this goes. I personally think Dino Land is a big, important part of Disney's Animal Kingdom because it is about extinct animals as well as the wild and mythical animals. And dinosaurs are one of the biggest, you know, extinct animal species. So, personally, I think, I could do a whole video on this. I think they could, you know, keep maybe the Dino Institute or the, like, you know, because Dino Land does have a theme. And if you want me to, I can do a whole video explaining all this. So like this video, if I should do that. For Disney's California Adventure, a new portal jumping attraction was announced for Disney's California Adventure in Avengers Campus. It's going to be an e-ticket portal jumping attraction, still in its planning phase. This is the concept art we have. Not much information on the ride system. Some say it's going to be like Guardians of the Galaxy at Epcot. Some say it's going to be more of a simulator. We don't really know what's going to happen. That's all we have for now. And for the Disney Cruise Line, Disney named the 7th ship in the Disney Cruise Line fleet the Adventure. Not to be confused with the Treasure that's still being built. The Adventure. So this is going to be a different ship. The Treasure they're currently building, and it's going to be kind of like a sister ship to the Wish. In the same fleet. This is still in that fleet, but it's going to be a different ship called the Treasure, and it will be the first ship to sail to Singapore and Southeast Asia. No dates were announced on this one. And also in Disney Cruise Line news, they announced Disney Lookout Cay in Lighthouse Point. This will be a new, like, Disney private location where the boats can dock at. Kind of along with Castaway Cay. So, not much was announced besides the concept art. And not much can be really told until they start, you know, working more on it. So, that was all that was announced. There was a lot of concept art, a lot of, like, blue sky stuff. We'll see how it happens. A lot of this stuff, even if they announce it, and they even put, like, a date on it, kind of like the Country Road Jamboree, doesn't mean they're going to do it. We kind of saw that with Epcot. With Epcot, you kind of blame it on the pandemic. With the Epcot overhaul, with the Mary Poppins attraction, and all that stuff that they announced, like the Spaceship Earth makeover, all that stuff. Very little of it happened. I think like only half of what they announced happened. Well, maybe a little bit more. So, we'll just see how this all ends up. I'm excited for a lot of this. I'm excited for the new Pirates of the Caribbean restaurant. Can't wait. I am, like, Figment is my favorite character, so I can't wait to meet Figment. And, yeah. So, I'll see you all next time on the Disney Parks Now. Have a magical day.